Most millionaires don't drive Lamborghinis. They don't wear designer. You've probably stood behind one in line at the grocery store and had no idea. These people figured out something about money that most people never will. And it's not about how much they earn, it's about 7 rules they never break. If you learn even 3 of these, your financial life changes permanently. Here are the 7 money rules of the quietly rich. Rule 1. Pay yourself first, brutally. Every financial advisor says this. Almost nobody does it correctly. The quietly rich don't save what's left after spending. They save first, automatically, and then build their life around what remains. The number isn't 10%. For most quietly wealthy people, it's 25 to 40% of gross income. That sounds insane until you realize the trick. They locked this in before they inflated their lifestyle. They automated transfers on payday before they ever saw the money. The paycheck hits. The savings vanish. What's left is what they live on. No discipline required, just architecture. Rule 2. Never finance depreciating assets. A car loses 20% of its value the moment you drive it off the lot. Furniture, electronics, clothes, anything that loses value over time, the quietly rich pay cash or they don't buy it. They only use debt for assets that appreciate. Real estate, businesses, education that directly increases earning power. This one rule alone separates the actually wealthy from the people who look wealthy. The person in the leased BMW might have a negative net worth. The person in the paid-off Camry might be worth $2 million. Rule 3. Build income streams, not savings accounts. Saving money is defense. Income streams are offense. The quietly rich obsess over building assets that pay them whether they work or not. Rental properties, dividend portfolios, digital products, royalty streams, businesses with managers. The median millionaire has 3 to 7 income streams. Not because they are greedy, because they understand that a single salary is the riskiest financial position you can be in. One layoff, one health crisis, one industry shift. If your income comes from one source, you're one event away from zero. Rule 4. Avoid lifestyle creep like it's poison. You get a raise. Your rent goes up. You get a bonus. Your car gets nicer. This is lifestyle creep, and it's the #1 wealth killer in high-income households. The quietly rich decouple their income from their spending. When they earn more, they invest more, not spend more. A 20% raise means a 20% increase in investments, not a 20% nicer apartment. Warren Buffett still lives in the house he bought in 1958 for $31,500. That's not frugality for show. That's a man who understood that every dollar spent on status is a dollar that will never compound. Rule 5. Know your number. Most people have no idea how much money they need to be financially free. The quietly rich have a precise number, the amount of invested capital where the returns cover their annual expenses. If you spend $60,000 a year and your investments return 5%, your number is 1.2 million. That's it. That's freedom. Having a number transforms money from an abstract anxiety into a concrete engineering problem. You know how far away you are. You know how fast you're closing the gap. Every financial decision gets filtered through one question. Does this move me closer to my number, or further away? Rule 6. Protect the downside first. The quietly rich don't think about getting rich fast. They think about not going broke, ever. Emergency fund of 6 to 12 months expenses, non-negotiable. Proper insurance, health, disability, umbrella. Estate planning, even if you're 30. They know that wealth building is a long game, and the fastest way to lose is a single catastrophic event you didn't prepare for. One uninsured lawsuit. One medical bankruptcy. One divorce without a prenup. Protecting the downside isn't pessimism. It's the foundation that lets everything else compound in peace. Rule 7. Invest in what you understand, and ignore the rest. The quietly rich don't chase trends. They don't buy crypto because their cousin told them to. They don't invest in startups they can't evaluate. They pick a lane, index funds, real estate, their own business, learn it deeply, and stay there. Boring? Absolutely. Effective? The data is overwhelming. The S&P 500 has averaged roughly 10% annual returns over the past century. Someone who invested $500 a month starting at age 25 would have over $3.2 million by 65. No stock picks. No timing the market. No excitement. Just consistency. These 7 rules aren't secrets. They are available to anyone. The difference is that the quietly rich actually follow them, not for a month, not for a year, but for decades. Wealth isn't built in moments of brilliance. It's built in years of boring discipline. If this changed how you think about money, subscribe, because we break down the psychology behind real wealth every single week. And if you got value from this, share it with one person who needs to hear it.